Hi, I'm Chris McLaughlin and welcome to Writing Prompts. So, first thing we're going to do is the same thing we do every time. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths and we're just going to empty our minds. Life can be stressful and we want to come to the page just with as clear as mind as possible, So, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. So we're going to breathe in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Great stuff. Open your eyes. Right, I've had too much coffee today, so that really helps me. It's calm me down a little bit. Today, we're going to do some more writing, the same as always. We're going to do 7 minutes of writing. What I'd say first off is if you want to write poetry or short stories or a journal entry or you just want to scribble down some words that are connected, none of that matters. It doesn't have to rhyme if it's a poem. It's all about just expressing yourself, really. We're not putting any pressure on ourselves. We're not getting anything right. It's a first draft. We just want to get some words down on the paper. So, that being said, our prompt for today, I was thinking about it and I wanted to do something a bit different to the last 2 days. So, our prompt today is thunder. So, I wanted to think about thunder in different ways, maybe. So, first off, you take it any way you want to. If that sparks an idea, you go with that. You can write about something completely different if you want, whatever you want. But I was thinking, what would thunder be if it was an emotion? Like, what emotional pulls does that have to you? What do you relate to it? Or maybe what would if you were writing a scene for something? What would thunder do as a setting? Does it make it more dramatic? Does it add to it? Or lastly, I was kind of wondering, what if we take it a different way and we're inside, away from the thunder, and nice and cozy under a blanket with a fire going, rain on the window, thunder in the distance, and we feel nice and safe. There's some ideas that you could start with, but as always, take it any way you want to, and as long as you're writing what you feel, it's all right. There's no wrong answers. Cool. So, we're going to write for 7 minutes. I'm going to write along with you, and so grab your pen and paper, or your laptop if that's what you write on, and when you're ready, we're going to start writing now. You're about halfway through. And you've got 1 minute left. And if you come to the end of your sentence or the idea that you're on, cool. Great stuff. Well done. Amazing. Writing again. This is amazing. Well done. It's hard to write. And again, if you didn't get much writing done today, you've just got a few words. That's a few words more than you would have done, you know, if you hadn't sat down and like engaged with yourself. So don't be hard on yourself. Whatever you got done, you've done perfectly. And whatever you've written isn't, even if it isn't perfect, why would it be perfect? It's a first draft. So as long as it's something you feel, you've nailed it. So we're just going to take 3 more deep breaths. And the reason we do that at the end of the exercise, as I've explained before, is sometimes writing can be a lot, and I just like to make sure that everyone's got a moment to check in with themselves at the end of it and, you know, make sure that they're okay and they're not carrying anything they've written down around with them in a way that might, you know, be hurtful or anything like that. So, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. So we're going to breathe in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Great stuff. Well done. So, like I've said before, it'd be amazing if you'd like to share any just writing you've done today down in the comments below. As I always say, please be nice to each other. These are all first drafts. I am holding all the comments for review, so I'm going to make sure nothing mean gets through, because more than anything, I want this channel to be somewhere that you feel safe and you feel like, whatever you're expressing yourself with is not going to be critiqued too harshly. We've got loads of time for editing in the future. We can take the good bits and make them even better. We can take out the bits we're not so happy with. We're just sharing ideas at the moment. And on that, the last couple of times I've shared a couple of lines. I'd like to read the whole thing this time, if that's alright. I'm asking the camera if that's alright, but I hope it's alright with you at home. So what I wrote on Thunder, and I want to do this just to show you how much you can kind of go off course. This goes off course completely, and I would cut this down massively, but I think it's good for the person that's doing the exercise to share as well, sort of thing. And I'd love to hear yours, but no pressure either. So, I've written, there's a strange feeling in the air, the crack of a violin bow, the tearing of paper, the sky folding in on itself. Sometimes we feel the thunder. Even when others swear it's blue skies out there, we don't care. No one can tell you how your clouds form. I like to sit up there, when I can, when I feel strong enough, to let the noise crash over me like a frantic tide. The violin strings inside my atrium squawking and squealing at the notes on a piece of paper some conductor lost when they were rushing from the train to a cab, jumping the curve of a violin, the shape of her, carved in the oak that is my mind. Other times, I hide. That's okay too, the days you feel too dazed to play a tune, when rest is the cure you prescribe. When just for a moment you need to stay in place, tucked safely away in your violin case. The lightning trying to pick the locks, the thunder knocks, but today I am on a cloud up there, the tides crashing against me. So I don't know where violins came from, that started off earlier and I ran with that. But it's just an example of like, whatever you write, it doesn't have to stay on the theme of thunder, it doesn't have to stay on any theme, it's just as long as you're feeling what you're writing, that's perfect and you're doing really well. So, that's pretty much the end of the video. I'd love any feedback, so if you find just anything that you'd like me to consider about these videos, I'm always open to feedback, and I think that's how it gets better. And at the end of the day, this is kind of for you out there, person I might not have met, but to get the most out of it. So hopefully you are getting something out of it, hopefully you're getting some writing, hopefully you're getting to feel in touch with your feelings and emotions. And as always, thank you so much for coming. I'm enjoying doing this so much, and I'm enjoying already the kind of interactions I'm having with some people around this. And just in case no one's told you recently, you are enough.